you ever felt like you were meant for something more, like there was a destiny waiting for you, just beyond the edge of your ordinary life? That's exactly where we find our hero, Eragon. He's 17, just a simple farm boy, living a quiet life in a small village. His days are filled with chores, hunting, and the familiar faces of his family and neighbors. Life is predictable, sometimes tough, but always the same. He dreams, of course, as all young people do. Dreams of adventure, of seeing the world beyond the towering spine mountains that loom over his home. But they are just that, dreams, or so he thought. One night, while hunting in the haunted woods of the spine, something extraordinary happens. A flash of light, an explosion that rocks the forest, and a strange, polished blue stone appears before him. It's perfectly smooth, oval, and cool to the touch. Eragon thinks it's a lucky find, perhaps a rare gem he can sell or trade. He has no idea that this isn't a stone at all. He has no idea that this single object will change his life, and the fate of the entire land of Allegasia forever. He takes it home, idling at Hawaii, waiting for the right moment to reveal his discovery. Days turn into weeks. Eragon tries to sell the stone, but no one wants it. The butchers, the traders, they all turn him away. Dejected, he keeps it, wondering what to do. Then, one night, the stone begins to tremble. It cracks, and a sound like a tiny squeak echoes in the quiet of his room. From the shattered shell, a creature emerges. Something straight out of legend. It's a dragon, a small, magnificent dragon, with scales the color of the deepest sapphire, the exact same shade as the egg it hatched from. Her eyes, like pools of liquid gold, look up at him with an intelligence that startles him. In that moment, a bond is forged, an ancient, magical connection that ties them together, soul to soul. Eragon touches the dragon, and a jolt of energy surges through him, leaving a silvery mark on his palm. He is no longer just a farm boy. He has become a dragon rider, the first in 100 years. He names her Saphira, and their journey begins. They must learn to communicate, to understand each other without words. Eragon has to keep Saphira a secret, a daunting task, as she grows at an alarming rate. He feeds her, cares for her, and watches in awe as she takes to the sky for the first time. A breathtaking sight of blue against the clouds. But such a powerful secret cannot be kept forever. The evil King Galbatorix, a cruel tyrant and a dragon rider himself who betrayed his own kind, has ruled the land with an iron fist for a century. His dark servants, the Razak, are scouring the land, hunting for the new rider and their dragon. They are creatures of nightmare, and they are closing in on Eragon's village. When they arrive, they bring death and destruction, forcing Eragon and Saphira to flee. His simple life is shattered, replaced by a desperate flight for survival. He is filled with grief and a burning desire for revenge. Guided by the village storyteller Brahm, who reveals himself to be much more than he seems, Eragon begins his training. He learns about the history of the riders, about magic, and about the sword. He learns what it means to be bound to a dragon, to share thoughts, strength, and life itself. Their journey is fraught with peril. They are hunted relentlessly by the king's forces. They encounter elves, dwarves, and the brave rebels known as the Varden. All of them have been waiting for a new rider to lead them against Galbatorix's tyranny. Eragon is forced to grow up fast. He faces battles, makes difficult choices, and grapples with the immense power and responsibility that has been thrust upon him. He is not just fighting for his own survival anymore. He's fighting for the freedom of everyone in Allegasia. He is their last hope. This is the story of Eragon and Saphira, a tale of magic, friendship, and the courage to fight for what's right, even when the odds seem impossible. Their legend is just beginning. If you're captivated by this world of dragons and destiny, dive into the inheritance cycle and join the adventure. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more journeys into epic fantasy worlds. Imagine this. A humble barn, hay scattered across the wooden floor, bathed in a warm, almost ethereal, golden light. A young boy, maybe 15, with tousled brown hair and simple leather clothes, kneels in the dust. His name is Eragon, and his life is about to change forever. In front of him lies a stone, or so he thought. A smooth, blue stone he found in the mountains. But now, it's not just a stone. It's cracking. Fine, spidery lines race across its surface. A tiny sound, a delicate tap-tapping, comes from within. Eragon watches, his heart pounding in his chest, a mix of fear and sheer wonder on his face. He's frozen, unable to move, unable to look away. The cracks widen, and a sliver of darkness appears. Then, a piece of the shell falls away, and something moves. First, a tiny snout pushes through, dark blue and scaled like a lizard. It twitches, testing the air. Then, a head emerges, dinosaur-like but infinitely more graceful. The creature blinks, revealing the most astonishing eyes Eragon has ever seen. They're enormous, a brilliant, piercing sapphire blue, filled with an ancient intelligence and a newborn's innocence all at once. The hatchling looks around the barn, its gaze curious, before its eyes lock onto Eragon. Slowly, carefully, the little dragon struggles the rest of the way out of its egg. Its body is a masterpiece of creation. Deep blue scales shimmer and catch the light, shifting from cerulean to navy with every tiny movement. On its back are two small, translucent wings, delicate as a dragonfly's, but you can sense the immense power coiled within them. A soft, magical glow seems to emanate from the creature itself, pushing back the shadows and filling the barn with a palpable sense of wonder. The baby dragon takes a wobbly step, then another, its small claws clicking softly on the floorboards. It lets out a small chirp, a sound that is part bird, part cat, and entirely magical. It cocks its head, studying the boy who has watched its birth. There's no fear in its eyes, only curiosity. A connection is already forming, an invisible thread spinning between them in the silent, glowing air. Eragon, finally breaking from his trance, feels an overwhelming pull, a sense of rightness he has never known. This is no ordinary animal. This is something from the old stories, a creature of legend. Slowly, as if in a dream, he extends his hand, palm open. He doesn't know what he expects, but he has to try. He has to connect. The little dragon watches his hand, its blue eyes blinking slowly. It takes another hesitant step forward. Time seems to slow down. The only sounds are the rustle of hay and the soft breathing of both boy and dragon. The air crackles with unspoken magic. The hatchling leans forward, its smooth, scaled head moving closer and closer to Eragon's outstretched fingers. The first touch is electric. A jolt of energy, of pure magic flashes through Eragon, sealing a bond that will echo through the ages. He has a name for her, whispered into his mind as if from the dragon herself. Sophia. This isn't just the hatching of a dragon. It's the birth of a legend, the dawn of a new age of dragon riders. In this quiet barn, under the warm golden light, a farm boy and a dragon have just become one, their destinies intertwined forever. The world will never be the same. What happens next is a story for the ages, filled with adventure, danger, and the unbreakable bond between a boy and his dragon. Thanks for watching this magical moment unfold with us. If you love epic fantasy and incredible stories like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't want to miss our next journey into the realms of imagination. We'll see you in the next video. Have you ever wondered what it feels like to have your destiny chosen for you in a flash of light? For a simple farm boy named Eragon, this wasn't just a fantasy. It was a reality that exploded into existence in a dusty old barn. Today, we read diving deep into one of the most iconic moments in modern fantasy. The forging of the magical bond between a boy and his dragon, marked by the Gedwi. Picture this. A young, unsuspecting Eragon finds a mysterious, polished, blue stone. He thinks it's a lucky find, maybe something he can sell for food. He keeps it, cares for it, and one night, it begins to hatch. But this is no ordinary creature. It's a dragon, a being thought to be extinct for 100 years. This baby dragon, Saphira, is beautiful, terrifying, and utterly magical. Eragon, filled with a mix of fear and awe, reaches out his hand to touch her. And that's when everything changes. The moment his skin touches her scales, a searing, white-hot energy surges through him. It's not a burn. It's something far more profound. A torrent of silver-white light erupts from his palm, bathing the entire barn in an ethereal glow. It's a silent explosion of pure magic, a force of nature unleashed. In this brilliant flash, Eragon isn't just touching a dragon. He's connecting to a soul, a consciousness, ancient and powerful. He feels her thoughts, her emotions, her entire being flooding his mind. It's overwhelming, a dizzying mix of joy, curiosity, and a sense of belonging he's never known. As the light pulses, he sees visions soaring through clouds, breathing fire, living a life he couldn't have imagined. This isn't just a physical connection. It's a fusion of minds and spirits. The energy is so intense it feels like it could tear him apart, but instead, it reshapes him. It awakens something dormant within him, a latent power he never knew he possessed. He's no longer just Eragon, the farm boy. He is something more. When the blinding light finally subsides, Eragon pulls his hand back, trembling. There, on his palm, is a mark that wasn't there before. A silvery, shimmering oval, like a scar made of moonlight. This is the Gedwai Ignacia, which means shining palm in the ancient language. It's the symbol of a dragon rider, a permanent, physical manifestation of his bond with Saphira. This mark is not just a tattoo, it's a gateway. Through it, he can share thoughts with Saphira across any distance, draw upon her strength, and wield magic. It connects them in a way that transcends words, making them to parts of a single whole. The Gedwai Ignacia is more than just a cool, magical brand. It's a powerful symbol of destiny, responsibility, and the unbreakable connection between two beings. For Eragon, it represents the end of his simple life and the beginning of an epic journey. He's been chosen, marked by fate itself, to revive the legendary order of dragon riders and fight against a tyrannical king. That single touch, that burst of light, set in motion a chain of events that would change the fate of their entire world. Alagazier. Think about the sheer weight of that moment. 1 second, you're a teenager worried about feeding your family. The next, you're bonded to a mythical creature and tasked with saving the world. The Gedwai Ignacia is the point of no return. It is a constant reminder of his new identity and the immense power and danger that come with it. It's also a source of comfort, a tangible proof that he is never truly alone. Saphira is always with him, her presence a steady warmth felt through the shining mark on his palm. This concept is what makes the inheritance cycle so compelling. It's not just about dragons and magic. It's about the profound, life-altering connections we can form. The Gedwai Ignacia is the ultimate symbol of that partnership. So, what do you think is the most powerful aspect of this bond? The telepathy, the shared strength, or the simple fact of having a dragon as your soulmate? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching. And if you love deep dives into fantasy lore like this, make sure to subscribe for more. I'll see you in the next video. The fire crackles low in the hearth, casting long, dancing shadows across the tavern walls. Gather round, friends, and lend an ear. My name is Brom, and stories are the currency I trade in. Tonight, I'll tell you a tale not of kings and queens, nor of grand battles that shake the earth. No, this is a story of the quiet places, the forgotten path, and the magic that sleeps just beneath the surface of our world. It begins with a girl named Alara, who lived in a village much like this one, nestled at the edge of the Whispering Woods. The elders warned the children never to stray into the forest after dusk, for it was said the trees themselves held memories, and not all of them were kind. Alara, however, had a heart full of courage and a curiosity that burned brighter than any tavern fire. Her younger brother, Fen, had fallen ill with a fever that no village healer could break. Desperate Alara listened to the hushed whispers of an old legended tale of the sun petal, a flower that bloomed only in the deepest part of the woods and was said to hold the warmth of 1,000 sunrises in its leaves. One evening, as the moon climbed high, Alara wrapped herself in a worn cloak, took a small lantern, and slipped into the shadows of the woods. The air grew cold, and the familiar sounds of the village faded, replaced by the rustle of unseen things and the mournful hoot of an owl. The trees loomed over her, their branches like skeletal fingers reaching for the sky. She followed a barely there trail, her heart pounding a steady rhythm against her ribs. Fear was a cold hand on her shoulder, but the image of Finn's pale face pushed her onward. Or worse, passé. Her lantern ore was running low, and just as despair began to set in, she stumbled into a clearing, and there, in the center, was a sight that stole her breath. It wasn't just one sun petal, but a whole meadow of them, glowing with a soft, golden light that pulsed in time with a gentle hum. The air was warm and smelled of honey and summer rain. It was a place of pure, untouched magic. As she reached for the closest flower, a voice, ancient and soft as moss, echoed through the clearing. To take a light, you must leave one of your own. From the shadows of an ancient oak stepped a creature of bark and leaf, its eyes to glowing embers. It was a guardian of the wood, a spirit as old as the forest itself. Ilara, though startled, did not run. She looked the creature in the eye and spoke of her brother, of his fading warmth and her desperate hope. She offered the spirit her most cherished memory, the sound of her brother's laughter on the day they built a kite that flew higher than the tallest tree. It was a small price, she thought, for his life. The guardian was silent for a long moment. Then it nodded slowly. "A memory of joy is a potent light indeed," it rumbled. "Take what you need." Ilara carefully picked a single sun petal. As her fingers closed around its stem, she felt the memory of the kite fade, leaving behind not sadness, but a quiet, hollow space. She thanked the guardian and hurried back through the woods, the glowing flower lighting her way. She made a tea from its petals for Finn, and by morning, his fever was gone, color returning to his cheeks. Ilara never forgot the guardian or the price she paid. She grew older, and the details of that memory became blurry, like a dream upon waking. But sometimes, on a clear day, she would look at her brother's smiling face and feel a faint echo of joy, a warmth that felt like a secret she shared only with the woods. And she understood. Magic isn't about grand power or spells. It's about sacrifice, about the love that drives us into the dark, and about the light we find and leave behind along the way. So, the next time you walk near an old forest, listen closely. You might just hear the whisper of a story on the wind. Thank you for sharing the fire with me tonight. If these old tales warm your spirit, be sure to follow this channel, for there are many more stories left to tell. Until we meet again. Alright everyone, let's talk about one of the most iconic duos in modern fantasy literature. For anyone who grew up with the inheritance cycle, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The bond between a dragon rider and their dragon is the absolute heart of the story, and it all begins with those first tentative moments of flight. Imagine this scene. A young, brown-haired Eragon, still just a farm boy thrust into an epic destiny. He's standing on a grassy hillside, the wind whipping through his hair. The sun is setting, casting everything in this incredible golden light, painting the mountain valley in shades of orange and purple. It's that perfect, magical time of day. And there, in front of him, is Saphira. But she's not the magnificent, fearsome dragon we come to know and love. Not yet. Right now, she's small, young, and just learning what it means to be a dragon. Her beautiful blue scales shimmer in the sunset, and her wings, a bit clumsy and oversized for her body, are stretched out wide. She's trying so hard, flapping with all her might, struggling to lift off the ground. You can almost feel her frustration and determination. Her claws are digging into the earth, pushing, trying to catch the air. Eragon isn't just watching. He's part of this. He's encouraging her, his voice carrying on the wind. Maybe he's shouting words of support. Or maybe it's just a feeling, a thought, passed between them through their unique mental link. You can see the connection, this invisible thread that ties them together. His posture is full of hope and belief in her. He knows she can do it. This isn't just a boy and his pet. It's the beginning of a partnership that will literally change the world. This moment is so crucial. It's not about the epic battles or the powerful magic just yet. It's about the struggle, the training, and the pure, unshakable bond forming between them. It's about a young dragon discovering the sky, her birthright, with her rider right there beside her. Every step or every flap of the way, you can feel the potential, the sheer scale of the adventure that's about to unfold. It's that raw, fantasy adventure feeling that we all fell in love with. The detail in a scene like this is what makes it so powerful. You can almost smell the grass and the cool mountain air. You can hear the leathery sound of Saphira's wings beating against the air, the chirps of insects settling in for the night. This isn't just a still image. It's a living, breathing moment of pure fantasy magic, captured in time. It's the quiet beginning of a legend. This single scene encapsulates everything we love about epic fantasy. The growth of a hero, the magic of mythical creatures, breathtaking landscapes, and most importantly, the power of friendship and loyalty. It's a reminder that every grand journey starts with a single, often difficult, first step, or in Saphira's case, a first flight. What are some of your favorite moments from the inheritance cycle? Let me know down in the comments. I'd love to hear what scenes really stuck with you. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into our favorite fantasy worlds. See you in the next video. Have you ever imagined what it would be like to watch a dragon grow from a tiny, fragile hatchling into a magnificent, sky-dominating beast? Today, we are rediving deep into the world of Alagazia to witness the breathtaking transformation of one of literature's most beloved dragons. Saphira, when she first hatched for Eragon, she was no bigger than his hand, a small, deep blue creature, vulnerable and yet full of an ancient, powerful magic. Her scales were soft, her roar was a mere squeak, and her first attempts at flight were clumsy, endearing little hops. It was a bond forged in secrecy, a boy and his dragon, learning and growing together in the quiet forests of Car. We saw their connection deepen, a telepathic link that made them two halves of a single whole. Saphira wasn't just a pet. She was Eragon's confidant, his protector, and his closest friend. But dragons don't stay small for long. Fueled by magic and an insatiable appetite, Saphira's growth was explosive. We watched her outgrow her hiding place, her scales hardening into brilliant sapphire gems that could deflect arrows. Her squeak deepened into a rumbling growl that could shake the very ground. Her once stubby wings unfurled into vast, leathery sails capable of catching the wind and soaring above the clouds. Each stage of her growth marked a new stage in Eragoth's journey, from a simple farm boy to a rider, a warrior, and a hero. Remember her first real flight? The sheer joy and terror as Eragon clung to her back, the world shrinking beneath them. That was the moment their destiny truly began. Now, picture this. The mists part over a rugged mountain peak. A shadow falls, so vast it blots out the sun for a moment. Then, she descends. This is not the hatchling from the spine. This is Saphira, fully grown, a living mountain of muscle and magic, landing with a ground-shaking impact that sends tremors through the rock. Her wingspan is enormous, stretching wider than any siege weapon, each beat of her wings a thunderclap. Her scales, 1,000 shades of brilliant blue, shimmer and reflect the light like a constellation of sapphires. They are no longer just beautiful, they are a suit of armor, impenetrable and radiant. Look at her head, crystalline horns, sharp as obsidian, curve elegantly from her brow, and her eyes. Those fierce, intelligent sapphire eyes burn with ancient wisdom and an unyielding fire. They hold the memories of 1,000 years, the sorrow of her lost race, and an unbreakable love for her rider. This is a creature of immense power, her body a testament to strength and grace, from the powerful claws that can rend stone to the long, whip-like tail that could shatter an army's charge. Below her, a tiny figure in leather armor looks up. It's Eragon, but he's no longer just a boy. He's a warrior, hardened by battle and loss. Yet, in his eyes, we still see that flicker of awe, that touch of fear, that profound respect for the magnificent being before him. She is his partner, his equal, the other half of his soul. Their journey, from a hidden egg to this epic, world-changing duo, is one of the greatest tales of friendship and destiny ever told. Saphira's transformation isn't just about getting bigger. It's about her and Eragon becoming the legends they were always meant to be. What's your favorite Saphira moment from the series? Let me know in the comments below. It's incredible to see how a character can evolve so dramatically. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this journey into don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into your favorite fantasy worlds. See you next time.